Special pets, I'm gonna hand them out. I'm also gonna hand out your constructions if you need that, and the tools here in a second. I'll wait for the tools. I'll do the test and your construction papers first. And then after I explain all the directions, I'll hand out the tools as I go around. Some of you might already be done with that part, that's fine. At least you can double check to see if you did everything right. If you get done, don't be afraid to like turn it in the basket like right away. But you gotta turn in everything, so turn in like the tools, turn in my calculator, turn in your instructions, the actual test itself, so don't like let it sit on your desk the entire time. Just turn them in to get done, that way you can get them graded. I'm gonna hand back some papers today to you, so you can keep those. You can, if there are any normal papers, not like tests, but papers, you can always make fixes with the drill. I'm gonna hand back some stuff today as you guys are working, so just ignore me, I'll put it down by your feet or something like that. Okay, let's get going here first. Let me hand out the test. Actually, I'll do the instructions.
Okay, we just have a clean You don't need all these guys.
Okay, if you did not turn in anything yesterday, like book checks or your practice guide wasn't turned in, I'll probably ask for it today, so don't be thrown off by that. You should know that it's, know what I'm gonna be asking for. Let's see, one is sitting here, I think.
Oh my God. These are.
Okay, Steph.
So you have to transfer the
Okay, Nick.
Seems to be absent.
Okay, Luke. Okay, Morgan. Mitch. And Matt.
I already did it. Patty. Just one
There's Nick. Put you right there. Sounds good. Thank you. Okay, here you go,
I
Matt.
did my best. I would tell you if I knew.
Okay.
I basically just tried to
Yeah,
take pictures.
Perfect. All right, here goes the test. Number one, the test goes out, try to remain quiet. You'll have today to kind of finish it up, so try to wrap it up before the end of class here. I want to get them graded tonight so you can put your phone in the caddy. It's in the bottom corner right there. Always. Nelson. Jason Curley. Dalton. And over one desk. All right, everyone's got the test, perfect. Let's go through the instructions here real quick. Then I'll let you have the time. I'll hand out your construction tools here in a second. So don't feel like I'm just ignoring that. We'll get to it. Okay, let's go through the instructions one more time. Number one, that is a parallelogram. On that one, remember, the numbers on that picture, they get a little faded. That's really the only one that is faded, but there's a 28, there's a 25, there's an x plus 4, and there's a 2y minus 8. Figure out, how to set them up, solve for x and y. Pretty easy, it is a parallelogram. Number two, that is a parallelogram as well. I'm giving you K, T, D, T, T, I'm giving you a bunch of parts. Label them on the picture. That way you can kind of set which ones are equal, that type of thing. It should be a system. So you stack the two equations and you solve it. You have to solve for both x and y. Remember that. Number three, I warned you of this on practice test day. You have parallel lines there. There's two lines that are at least parallel. All you have to do is solve for x. It's something easy, solve for x. But it's a pretty basic on that one. Number 4, you have a rectangle. Take the parts I'm giving you that are in the instructions, label them on the picture. That way you know how to set your equation, you can solve for y. 5, you have to do Pythagorean theorem to find x. Your answer will be a radical, like a square root, but you also need to type it in a calculator because I want the decimal form of it. Okay. 6, SOHCAHTOA. You got to do your trig functions of some type. Make sure that you're showing me the formulas, you're solving it out, and you're actually typing in calculator. I want at least one decimal place on that, on both of those, 6 and 7. Make sure, especially on all the ones even above this, 1 through 7, make sure you're showing the work. On any problem you're doing, always show work how you're solving it. Even if you think it's easy, show the work how you came up with your answer, because I need to see. If you get it wrong, I have to count all the points off, because I don't know how you did it. 8. Put little arcs above on number 8. Those, I'm looking for the angles, the arc measures, that's what they call it, for those arcs. 9, you have to find x and y. 10, you have to find angle number 3. Number 11, you have to find x. 12, you have to find the area of that object. Remember, you have to find the height. Then you can figure out the area on that one. And then on the back page, remember, don't forget the back. You have the constructions. The first one, you have to construct a parallel line through that point. Do the construction that we talked about in class for how to do it. And then number 14, you have to draw a perpendicular to the line that's provided. Now, the reason why I say do not measure, because I don't want you to put a protractor down and measure, a perpendicular angle and draw it. That's not what I'm asking for. You have to use the constructions that we've learned to make the perpendiculars. So make sure you're doing that. And just leave all the marks. I'm gonna follow your marks around and see if you're doing it right. Okay, questions, comments? Okay, perfect. When you get finished today, complete, you can walk up here and put the basket. Make sure you turn in your constructions again with it and calculators and tools. Just walk up here and put them up here. I'll put the calculator caddy up here by the tools, so you can just drop them all off at the same time as you borrow them. I'm gonna hand out the construction tools here in a second, but the rest of the time is yours.